Tonight's Sports Beat is being brought to you by Reineke Lincoln Mercury Mazda on Cable Road in Lima. Experience the difference when only the best will do.
Today, Limaland Motorsports Park was quiet. Come Wednesday, the engines will be making plenty of noise. Former race car driver Brad Doty was in Limaland today to talk about the 20th annual Brad Doty Classic. Doty, who was paralyzed 20 years ago in a race, is one of the promoters of the event and is thrilled to have it here in West Central Ohio.
Anybody that asks me about this racetrack, Limaland, as again, because I travel so much with speed, I see a lot of different racetracks. But Limaland Motorsports Park is one of the nicest looking facilities in the country. The way they keep the grandstands here, and all the grounds, everything, it's second to none. And everybody here in Lima should be proud to have this racetrack here.
One person who's definitely proud of it is Limaland General Manager and Promoter Bob Fricke.
You couldn't ask for a better package for us as a racetrack and for our fans to bring in the World of Outlaws on a quarter-mile track. They run a lot of different tracks all over the country, but to see those guys on the quarter mile, you can run but you can't hide. You're in lap traffic. The racing's exciting. We're going to go 40 laps, so that's a lot of racing in the A-Main, but the fans will be treated to some great racing.
The gates at Limaland open Wednesday at 2 o'clock with driver autograph session starting at 4:15, and then the race gets underway at 7:30. In 2002, the Cleveland Indians traded Bartolo Colon to the Montreal Expos for Grady Sizemore, Cliff Lee, and Brandon Phillips. 6 years later, those three have been pretty impressive, and the Indians just may have taken another page out of an old script. The CC Sabathia era is officially over in Cleveland. Today, the Tribe dealt the reigning Cy Young Award winner to the Milwaukee Brewers in exchange for 4 prospects. The biggest name of the bunch is outfielder Matt Laporta. The 23-year-old was the 7th overall pick by the Brewers in the 2007 Major League Baseball draft. The Florida graduate hit .288 with 20 homers in only 84 games for AA Huntsville. As for the big left-hander, he'll be paired with Ben Sheets as the Brewers look to make a run at their first postseason appearance since 1982. Tampa Bay Devil Rays looking to make their first postseason appearance ever. They were facing the Royals today, trying to go for a sweep. A tie, score in the third, 2 outs, and off Matt Garza, Ross Glode with a single into center field, and someone forgot about Mark Tejan. He's going to slide under the tag, and the Royals take a 3-2 lead. Score would stay the same up until the 9th inning. Carlos Pena gets out. A solo shot, and we go into extra innings. 10th inning, 2 on, and John Buck takes a 90-mile-an-hour fastball and hits it off the foul pole. That's good for a 3-run blast, and the Royals win 7-4. And with that, we're all out of time. News of the Weird's coming up next.
Mercury Mazda on Cable Road in Lima. Experience the difference when only the best will do.
It all started as the Brad Doty benefit after the racer's devastating car wreck in 1988. And while the accident took away his ability to race, it didn't take away his ability to live. 2 decades have passed since the crash at Eldora Speedway, and although race car driving's in his rearview mirror, his role as a television analyst and promoter is what's kept him in the game that he loves.
It keeps me involved in the sport. I get to be up in the booth and watch, and I'll tell you, it's a lot easier driving those things from up in the booth than it is in the race car. But every now and then, I'll see a race or think, boy, it'd be fun to be out there mixing it up with those guys. I tease the drivers. When it's a hot summer day, it's usually cool with air conditioning up there, and when it's a cold night, there's usually some heat. So I got the best of all worlds, I guess, being up there watching and getting paid to go to the races.
And Doty isn't the only person who's enjoyed his race car work over the years.
Brad has been great to work with. To get a chance to work with a Sprint Car Hall of Fame member like that, one of my heroes when I was growing up watching him race, and now to get to work with him, partner with him, it's just been a great feeling. A fantastic person to work with, great sprint car driver. It's just been a great experience for me personally and for everybody at the track who's worked with Brad.
You can see Brad Doty and the rest of the racers tomorrow night. The pit gates for the Brad Doty Classic open at 2 o'clock with driver autograph session at 4:15, and then the race gets underway at 7:30. Former Ohio State and Shawnee graduate Jamar Butlers agreed to a contract to play in the Italian League. According to WIMA, the former Buckeye and Shawnee graduates come to terms on a deal with Team Huevo Caserta, also known as Pepsi Caserta. The 2004 Mr. Basketball of Ohio is the Buckeyes' all-time leader in three-point field goals and assists. During his senior year, the former Indian averaged 14.6 and 6 assists a game, but an aggravated hamstring hampered his tryouts for the New Jersey Nets. Well, there was no baseball at Simmons Field tonight, but we've got the scoop on Locos third baseman Tom Howard. His story's coming up next on your Sports Beat.